Dolly Parton's brother dead at 82. Coy Denver Parton passes away 1 year after Icon's husband Carl Dean died. Dolly Parton has suffered a devastating new loss after her older brother Coy Denver Parton died aged 82 on July 23. The Sevierville, Tennessee native has worked as a crane operator building bridges, a homestead farmer, and an avid hunter, per an online obituary. He was preceded in death by his wife, Carolyn Parton, father Lee Parton, mother Avie Lee Owens Parton, infant brother Larry Parton, older brother David Parton, younger brothers Randy and Floyd Parton, niece Tever Parton, brothers-in-law Carl Dean and Ray Buzzeo. Denver and his famous sister were 2 of 12 children born to Avie Lee Owens Parton and Robert Lee Parton in Sevier County, Tennessee.
An unlocked iPhone 14 for just $299? This renewed 128 gig model gives you a vivid OLED display, 5G, and the freedom to choose your carrier. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/6 before it's gone.
He is survived by 2 daughters, Chris Parton and Jennifer Parton, a grandson, Ian Parton, a brother, Bobby Parton, and 7 sisters, Willadine Buzzeo, Dolly, Stella Parton, Cassie Griffith, Freda Parton, Rachel George, and Laura Price. Services will be private, according to the obituary. The Daily Mail has reached out to Dolly Parton's representatives for comment. Denver was called the most private of all the Partons in a 2025 Taste of Country article, and kept entirely out of the spotlight. The Parton children in birth order are Willadine, David Wilburn, Coy Denver, Dolly Rebecca, Bobby Lee, Stella Mee, Cassie Nan, Randall Huston Randy, Larry Gerald, twins Estelle Floyd and Freda Estelle, and Rachel Ann per Dolly's website. This comes a little over a year after Parton's husband of nearly 60 years, Carl Dean, died at 82 in March 2025. Unlike the bubbly 80-year-old country legend, Dean was a more reclusive figure who eschewed the touring life and was rarely seen in public, with or without Parton. Dean was last pictured out in public in photos snapped just over 6 years ago. Prior to that, Dean hadn't been knowingly photographed in public in 4 decades, though he and Dolly had both made under-the-radar trips together. Dolly shared the somber news on March 3, just a few weeks shy of her 59th wedding anniversary, that her husband Carl had died at 82. In her heartbreaking tribute, Dolly reflected on the many wonderful years the pair spent together. Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy, Dolly wrote. In addition to his longtime wife, Dean is survived by his siblings, Sandra and Donnie. Parton's statement indicated that her late husband would be laid to rest in a private ceremony attended only by their immediate family. In 2015, Dolly told people that part of the secret to their enduring love was that she and Carl were pleasantly different from each other. Denver is pictured bottom row center with Dolly and his siblings. In an Instagram statement, the legendary singer revealed that Carl passed away in Nashville on Monday, March 3rd, as she reflected on the many wonderful years the pair spent together. David Parton, the older brother of music icon Dolly, also passed away at the age of 82 in November 2024. Dolly and David pictured 1980. A photograph of the Parton family from Dolly's Instagram. They say that opposites attract, and it's true, she explained. We're completely opposite, but that's what makes it fun. I never know what he's gonna say or do. He's always surprising me. She later shed more light on why her husband avoided the spotlight, which he never wanted to be in a 2023 episode of What Would Dolly Do? He went to One Thing with me early on, when we first married, to a BMI Song of the Year event, and he came out of there taking off his tuxedo, his tie and all that and said, "Don't ever ask me to go to another one of these damn things because I ain't going." I never asked him and he never did, she recalled. The singer previously said that Dean spent most of his time at their estate in the suburb of Brentwood, near Nashville. However, he could presumably come and go as he pleased, as he didn't have a famous visage, unlike his superstar wife. Despite Dolly's enormous success and the life of luxury that it provided for them, the two never had any children. While speaking to Saga magazine in 2023, the performer shed some light on why she and Carl kept their family as a duo. When you're a young couple, you think you're going to have kids, but it just wasn't one of those burning things for me, she explained. I had my career and my music and I was traveling. If I'd had kids, I'd have stayed at home with them, I'm sure, and worried myself to death about them. Later, she felt vindicated by her decision, as she would hate to be bringing a child into this world right now due to everything that's going on. However, in 2014, she told Billboard that she and Carl weren't opposed to having children, and admitted they even had names picked out if they ended up having any. The same year, she told People, "I often think, it just wasn't meant for me to have kids so everybody's kids can be mine."